Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the Sport of Kings. Coming up, racing resumes at Caymanas Park in Jamaica, where a former Caribbean Sprint Championship winner lands the feature. A Barbados trainer-jockey combination on target at Canada's Woodbine. England's Royal Ascot meet, another happy hunting ground for the great jockey Frankie Dettori. And there's no stopping the favourite in the Belmont Stakes in New York. Let's kick things off in Jamaica, where racing returned to Caymanas Park for the first time since mid-March with strict coronavirus protocols and a limited number of spectators. Allowance though for fans in their cars on the infield, away from the stands and restricted racing areas. 14 horses in the main event, the 3-year-old and up, non-restricted overnight allowance, 10th race. Leading jockey Dane Nelson in Red Silks aboard the 3-horse and 7-5 favourite God of Love in the pace early. Actually fourth here with Brand Rickman's call at a half-mile.
Boulder Flair back in third, joined now by God of Love. Chase the Great is 5.5 lengths off that lead, tracked by Corazon and Contractor in the gold. Uncle Frank races up next, and Nassau One is outside making ground along with KJ Express toward the back, then Missing Kiss, Peking Cruise, a gap to Messi, and Ricky Ricardo trails. The field come thundering into the stretch drive, and out in front is Mr. Universe now being driven out as they arrive at the 3/16th marker. God of Love is in the center in the red with the gold cap. Here is Chase the Great now asked to close up, swerving a bit but coming on. Uncle Frank is looking for room against the rail. They're in the final furlong, and it's Chase the Great who gets it. Uncle Frank now looks to be the main danger over God of Love and Corazon out wide. Chase the Great driven to the max. Uncle Frank sneaking closer with every stride. Chase the Great just last.
Cayman McGregor is busy here astride the two-time Caribbean Sprint Championship winner Chase the Great to the wire, overcoming Uncle Frank's challenge on the rail and also some trouble with his stirrups.
After the break, my left foot kind of slightly leave the iron, so I was trying to find balance right through the race. But I never really find back the irons properly, but I don't watch it and continue ride.
For his first victory since November 2018, when he repeated as the Caribbean Sprint winner, Chase the Great at 6-1 odds, scores by a half length ahead of Uncle Frank and the favourite God of Love. 1 minute 7 1/5 of a second, the winning time for 5.5 furlongs. The gelding excellently presented by first-time winning trainer Vincent Atkinson, who posted a double on the card.
He's been doing real good, training real good. Lot of sea work, keep him off the track. Keep him as soon as possible, because at 7, you know, he comes with issues. So we just continue working on him, and the groom did an outstanding job, and I appreciate that.
So Jamaica's Caymanas Park back in business. Good news too for Trinidad and Tobago's racing fans, as their stretch of 3 months without racing ends this coming weekend at Santa Rosa Park with a 6-race card and an immediate appearance for the star 3-year-old filly Bella Riva. Let's head to Canada now, where the Barbadian combination of trainer Ricky Griffith and jockey Jason Jet Lee Hoyt linked up for a good win in Sunday's first race at Woodbine. The 34-year-old Hoyt, in recent months before the COVID-19 shutdown, resuscitating his race riding career after working as an exercise jock for 15 years in Toronto. Here he is in second aboard the favourite French Charm, chasing the 42-1 outsider Classy and Silent.
As they head inside the 3.5, and on the lead is Classy and Silent. French Charm issues a threat now, is within ahead. 2 away, Anita Grigio, 1.5 away, and off the inside, Just Call Me Candy from Business Class. Off the track, Six Pack Girl is winding up from last, and on the inside, Mindfast Philly down the home stretch. French Charm on the outside, ranges up to join Classy and Silent. They're stride to stride, and it is French Charm getting the better. Anita Grigio on the inside, still running a good race, is finishing on. French Charm in front, Anita Grigio coming a little bit. French Charm, Anita Grigio as the wire comes up. French Charm holding on to win.
Hoyt back in winner's row. French Charm scores by a neck as the 3-5 favourite in 106.18 for 5.5 furlongs for trainer Ricky Griffith, and a third Barbadian also involved in that win, with Leroy Trotman as a horse's groom. Still in Canada, the Barbadian Antonio Whitehall continues to soar atop the Assiniboia Downs jockey standings. 3 wins this week for the Barbadian 2018 champion at the Winnipeg racetrack, among several jockeys straddling both Assiniboia Downs and Central Mile in Edmonton. With 22 wins, Whitehall leads by 6 over Rafael Centeno, with TNT's Stanley Chady and Jamaican Neville Stevenson joined third on 10 wins. And now to England's big Royal Ascot meet, shown live on SportsMax and starring, not surprisingly, the man regarded as the world's best jockey, Frankie Dettori.
The Coronation Stakes was one of the three major races Saturday, and aboard the 9-2 bet Alpine Star, Dettori was not best fancied to win the 1 mile run. The 2-1 bet Quadrilateral was the favourite, but the Italy-born 49-year-old in the white cap here is about to make his winning push.
Alpine Star just having to look for racing room. Sharing, looking a bit flat-footed on the inside now of Love Locket, and it is now Cloak of Spirits who claims the lead. Alpine Star has a seam now towards the inside rail. Quadrilateral still there with every chance, and Sharing now beginning to find her top gear. They're racing down towards the final 200 yards. It is Alpine Star. She leads now by over 2 lengths to Sharing in second, and just as her half-sister did a couple of years ago, Alpine Star.
Alpine Star, by a widening 4 1/4 lengths, is unstoppable here in the Coronation Stakes for trainer Jessica Harrington, giving Dettori a memorable victory that delivered for him the only Royal Ascot Group 1 race which had eluded him in the past.
Been riding here for 30 years, and he's always for some reason or another, never managed to get on the right horse. But Jessica and the Niarchos families offered me this ride a while back, and I was very excited about the ride, and I had a good draw, I had a good split. The filly was beautifully prepared by Jessica. She showed a good turn of foot, and I'm thrilled.
Next up Saturday, the St James's Palace Stakes. The favourite here at 11-8, Godolphin's Brilliant Colt, Pinatubo. But could he withstand the finishing burst of Dettori and the 4-1 shot, Palace Pier, challenging widest on the outside?
Wichita has the rail, just has the lead. Here's Pinatubo on the outside. Palace Pier, still there is threat. Any of these, they're racing inside the final 3.5. Pinatubo, Wichita over on the far side. Palace Pier towards the near side. 3 still locked together. They've got 150 yards to go. Palace Pier near side. Pinatubo in the centre. Over on the far side is Wichita. It's Palace Pier.
Palace Pier gives Dettori his 4th St James's Palace Stakes win. Coming from the back of the field, he scores by a length for John Gosden, the meet leading trainer with 5 wins. The favourite Pinatubo, undefeated as a 2-year-old, still without a victory as a 3-year-old, following his 2,000 guineas defeat at Newmarket in early June. And to close out the Royal Ascot's Group 1 schedule Saturday, a riveting finish to the Diamond Jubilee Stakes 6-furlong sprint. Dettori in the hunt for a massive final day triple is marginally ahead here in the orange-coloured silks aboard the favourite Skeptical, but under immense pressure in the run to the wire.
As they flash inside the final furlong, Cardem against the rail, taken on by Skeptical. Hello Youmzain still there between them. Skeptical just has the lead over Hello Youmzain. Dream of Dreams is coming very late on the scene. Hello Youmzain rallying as they hit the wire. Close between Hello Youmzain near side, Dream of Dreams the far side.
What a finish that was. Hello Youmzain, with young rider Kevin Stott en route to his first Royal Ascot victory in the checkered silks, first fighting off Dettori's mount, Skeptical in the middle, and then repelling the rapid outside burst from Barbadian Sir Michael Stout's Dream of Dreams, with Ran Moore aboard. Just about a neck separating the top 3, jockey Stott Brilliant, a former standout schoolboy footballer who once had a trial at Tottenham Hotspur. Hello Youmzain at 4-1 for trainer Kevin Ran snatches a massive win here, clocking 1:13.42 for the Diamond Jubilee 6-furlong straight sprint.
Global racing had multiple highlights on Saturday, as just hours after Royal Ascot ended, on the other side of the Atlantic, the Belmont Stakes in New York.
In what's now the first leg of the Triple Crown in the USA instead of the final leg because of the COVID-19 postponement of the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, the Belmont had 10 starters Saturday, with Tiz the Law, undefeated as a 3-year-old, a heavy favourite, and approaching the home stretch, he was already taking charge.
Into the stretch of the Belmont, and Tiz the Law has taken charge. Set down in the final furlong by Manny Franco. Tiz the Law's got a 2-length lead. Dr. Post has moved up on the outside into second. Pneumatic is third, but it is the New York hero, Tiz the Law, and Manny Franco to win the Belmont Stakes.
The 4-5 favourite Tiz the Law scores by 3 3/4 of a length, with Manny Franco aboard for trainer Barclay Tagg, who is 82 years old. This making it 138 years since Forster in 1882 that a New York-bred horse wins the Belmont.
We've been at the track, covering top stories and exciting races in the Sport of Kings. Our next edition will include Jamaican horse racing with some classic contenders in action, including Mahogany and England's Rose, the return of TNT horse racing at Santa Rosa Park, and the Irish Derby. So check us out then.